Okay, first on say all praise is glory and honor to Yahweh Shemel Shai Bashim Gakadash. Give Daman Sapasa, teacher great medicine from land and truth, and I say shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. And as you can see, this little post here was put up an hour ago. His brother's channel, and you got a little scripture there, Job 31, which is our people have always Job, he knew what what this nigga was on, but what's that nigga, the Aryan race. There's these different little factions of Edomites, and Esau, the so-called white man, as a whole, believe that they are superior. And the reason why is because of their military might and how they use that to and how they capitalize, not only use it but capitalize on it and use that to build up the Edomite Empire, which was their crowning achievement in America. Capital city of Edom, Basra, America slash Basra. But this is the and these are the, and this is the natural state of the so-called white man. Because when you go to Job, it says couple arrested on bestiality charge after 126 as sex with family dog multiple times, and this is what they want to do. Because so-called white man, he masquerades. You have something called PR, public relations, in which I think it's public relations, in which you like you have your representatives and CEOs of companies. They'll present themselves as humanitarian, to get more people to buy into their companies, buy their products, to look like a good person. Bill Gates an example, Elon Musk another example. To look, to masquerade as if they care about the people, and that they want their company to genuinely help people, or they want to help people. It could be a CEO of a company, it could be these politicians, that they care. But that's only a front, because when they get behind closed doors, this is the type of things that they're doing. And low-level Edomites like this, they're doing this shit out in the open. This is in their blood. And there's this comedian. He's probably a Jake, but his name is Bill Burr. And there's a little stand up that he was doing where he mentioned how he got that white evil in him. He mentioned how he tried on the suit. It was in this little stand up or whatnot. He tried on the suit, and he felt that he said, "Damn man, now I want to take over some shit." But it was a joke, but this is true, because once again he mentioned how he felt that shit rising up out of him in the joke. But that's how Esau really is. In the scripture, Revelation 12:12 mentions how the devil's going to come down on you with great horns. Why? Because Esau's gonna he's going to unleash what he's been holding back. And niggas like that, they don't hold back. They show you who you are, and that's who he is. A debaucherous animal. And what you have, you have that thing where you have these well-to-do picket fence, married Edomites that go behind his wife's back and play with with men, with these transgendered niggas, not just women, with men. They're closeted. You got cuckolding, bestiality, all this crazy shit that they do, and sometimes the chick is with it, but that's who they are on the inside. And once again, all the Lord did was give this nigga a crown, a scepter, and a sword, and some military plans. Follow this, and there you go. Look, this Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. The scriptures talk about how the Lord can make anybody rich or poor. Might comes from Him. There were times where He allowed heathen to kick our ass. Does that as punishment? Now, does that mean that that they're just great, or there's just something about them that 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 they're just great, strong people. No, the Lord just let them kick our ass as punishment. The Philistines, when they took the Ark of the Covenant, um, he took it back into their city, and they said that Dagon, their god, had got them this victory. But in the scriptures mention how the Lord allowed them to kick our ass, but they attributed that win to Dagon. Then what? I think it was five of their cities. Every last nigga in there got hemorrhoids, muddy guts, and they shit started falling out. And then they said, and they, they prayed to their God, and he, Dagon, bruh, didn't do shit. And they said, you know what? Let's give this back. And I think they made like some golden mice and dung as a way to say sorry, if I'm remembering correctly. But that's just an example of many of how Lord allowed nations to kick our ass. And they got, they started feeling themselves because why? Because we kick these niggas asses. If you kick somebody's ass, you'll feel good too. But as it turns out, that wasn't because that they were just inherently strong or they were just inherently great. And Esau's so-called, we're seeing that now with Esau's kingdom. Why? Because America was once the golden city, but now all that, what's that word, pizzazz, I don't even know niggas say that anymore. And that gold is peeling away. It was just spray paint. And we're looking at what this shit really is. We're looking at how Esau really thinks, who he really is. And you seen, and what I think I remember hearing about how there are these diseases that came from animals, but humans got them by having sex with these animals. And what Esau got, it's him creating shit, or just being a freak and a weirdo. Now you can say Jake do the same thing. The scriptures talk about how the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduceth them. And Jake capitalizes on that as well. But Jake will look at that even when you go into the Maccabees. When they had license, it said mention how he had license to go after the ways of the heathen. Made covenants with the heathen. Gymnasiums. Look that up, where these niggas got butt ass naked. It's that term epispasm. I think it's a correct term when they sew for, when they you get your little kid get your foreskin cut off. These niggas had that shit sewed back on. I think that's a term. Yep, epispasm. But no, this is the nigga who rules the earth, who thinks he's so great, which he really isn't. And you'll even have Edomites that'll talk about how fucked up they are, how twisted they are. It's Daniel 4 and 12, 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will. He set up over it the basis of men. Where's the base? The bottom. I remember one of the elders, one of the apostles mentioned how Esau is the most basest form of life below an amoeba on the earth, which he's right. Because what you gotta take into account what Esau really is, because the skill when everything is here's the thing. The reason why it seems weird now that Esau is great and whatnot is because the scales aren't, everything isn't balanced out in its proper order. Right? Like what the Lord refers to us as kings and priests, as what angels in chains of darkness. We had our power taken from us. He refers to us as gods. That's who we inherently are. What the masters of the universe. That's under Yahweh Shema Shai. That should go without fucking saying. But that's who we inherently are. You know what? Ishmael, the so-called Arab, that's who he, the wild man. You know you already know what that nigga be doing with the bombs and shit. That's who he inherently is, lashing out at everybody. And Esau, so-called white man, that bloody caveman animal. That's who he inherently is. And what's the name? I think name Bauer means peasant or something like that. But they had it changed because they didn't like that. But that's who they Rothschild niggas. That's who they inherently are. They are peasants. Doesn't matter, and they know it. It doesn't matter how many lavish how much money they have. Inherently, who they are, their origin, they are fucking peasants. They are worms. And as America goes down, that it's going to be it's going to be manifested. And another brother mentioned how you know under captivities and whatnot, previous captivities, Babylonians for an example, Medes and Persians also, um, Greeks, Romans. Um, you've had you've always had Jake in high positions of power for the forwarding and for their wisdom and for the forwarding of their kingdom. Same thing with America. A lot of Jake's invented a lot of things, which forwarded, the development of America. That's who we inherently are. But that was pretty much it. Hope is edifying. Say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shema Shah, Bashim Dash. The divine apostle and teacher, great millstone, by learning the truth, show them to hopefully is an instruction battle on Great America.